What is going on, guys? Dokkerich here with a new series. I'm bringing you Pokemon Sun and Moon competitive analysis, moveset analysis, and I looked up this mon Toxapex. How do you pronounce this? Poison water, and I think this thing is pretty cool. The first, I'm gonna do two movesets on this. The first moveset is Bolt with 248 in HP, 120 defense and 140 in SPDEF. I'm gonna show you guys calcs later. I'm gonna explain the spread. And we see the stats here, right? So you see this thing has crazy high defenses, crazy high SPDEF. And the HP you might think is bad, but it's still Rotom HP. Rotom also has 50 HP. And if you guys have used a Rotom Wash max defense before, you know that thing is super bulky. And Rotom Wash has less defense. Like, this thing has more in both defense stats. So it's a crazy tank. And it gets really cool utility moves. We will come on to that next. The moveset. This thing gets Recover, which is really cool. If it didn't get Recover, I don't think this thing would be that good. But yeah, Recover is really good for a tank. You want reliable recovery is always useful. Then I have Toxic Spikes on the set. Basically, you support this thing with maybe a Mega Lopunny with Fake Out, or maybe with some Substitute or Protect mons, so you can make use of Toxic Spikes. Like, so you get value out of Toxic Spikes, let's put it that way. I wasn't really sure what attacking moves to put. I just have Scald here in, so you can touch mons that so you can hit mons that don't touch the ground, that don't get poisoned. They don't get poisoned by Toxic Spikes, and you can still burn them. Let's say, for example, Gengar loses Levitate and Sun and Moon. This is also a new spoiler, and new information we got. And so if Gengar comes in, the Toxic Spike would be completely gone. So you can, if Gengar wants to come in on you, it thinks you're gonna go for a poison move, you're gonna go for Toxic Spikes, you can click Scald and go for the nice burn. It's probably not going to do much damage, we can calc that pretty soon. And at last moves, like Scald, you kind of get walled by Laddie. Laddie also doesn't get touched by Toxic Spikes. So I thought you could run Ice Beam, but this thing has pretty little, it only has 53 base special attack if I remember correctly, so that's not going to do much damage. Another option is Venoshock, because if you get up the Toxic Spikes, Venoshock's power is going to double. Let me actually look that up in the calculator. I put this in. I put top Toxapex stats here, and I put in the EVs. I have a calculation here with Mega Lopunny, which I find is really cool. I made this mixed defensive spread just to show you what this thing can wall. Yeah, I was talking about Venoshock, but I'm gonna do that next. And the item is actually Black Sludge, obviously, because you want item Black Sludge. I cannot find it at the moment. You want that recovery. And let's see, Lopunny does 33.6 to 39.6 with return. That's like, this thing lunches, like eats this for lunch. So let's say Stealth Rocks are up. Return does is still a guaranteed 2 KO after Stealth Rocks. You can easily switch into Mega Lopunny with this. You have reliable recovery. I don't know why this has Trick as the last move, but it doesn't really matter. And let's say the Lopunny is poisoned. Let's say this for example. The Lopunny got poisoned by the Toxic Spikes, and Venoshock is then gonna do it. It's only gonna do that little. Did it even factor in that I put poison on the Lopunny? Oh yeah, it did factor in. So this thing is gonna do very little damage. With Venoshock it only does 16 to 20% the Law Bunny, and if Law Bunny is poisoned, you do 32 to 38, kinda a little bit more, I forgot the exact cal. But this thing is not about to deal damage, this thing just wants to be a tank. We are gonna do the other calcs now. We are gonna do Choice Specs Kelio. I'm gonna show you later on offensive set with Venoshock, and then you will see if we invest max in special attack and make it modest, this thing can actually do some damage. But let's actually say modest Kelio Hydro Pump does 29 to 34. That's a lunch. That thing eats that for breakfast. Kelio literally cannot touch this thing. Skull does. I guess Kelio can go for Skull, try to burn you, but this also does little damage. You have Regenerator, so you can pivot out. This thing is really. Poison and Water is decent defensive typing. You are only weak to ground, electric, and what else are you weak to? I think that's it. That's a pretty cool defensive typing. You're not weak to grass, because poison cancels out the water weakness to grass. And yeah, Seeker Sword also does 0. Let's actually calc how much would Kelio do with Hidden Power Electric. If this Choice Specs Kelio tries to do any damage to you, it might go for HP Electric. And I'm pretty sure you will eat that up for breakfast. I don't know why this is taking so long. My computer's lagging at the moment. Excuse me. Hidden Power Electric. So, I have here for you Mega Yancy in the calculator, and look at this, guys. Max special attack, Mega Yancy, Moonblast does absolutely nothing. I mean, yeah, you resist it, but let's say we have a max attack Yancy. Let's say that. Diamond Stone only does 36.6 to 43%. You eat that for lunch. And if you give Mega Yancy Earth Power, I guess it gets a bit more tricky. But you basically wall this thing. This is crazy. Like, this thing has potential, I'm not gonna lie. Earth Power is 0 because I still have Rotom's Levitate, and let's remove that. Earth Power only does 50 to 60%. I mean, you do pitiful damage back with Scald, but that's not what this thing is about. This thing is about, you wanna get up T-Spikes to whittle down some walls on your opposing team, so your breakers in the back or your setup sweepers in the back can put in work. And yeah, you can like fish for Scorpions, get up T-Spikes. If you really need to do some damage with Venoshock or Ice Beam, like let's see how much does a Latios take from Ice Beam if you would run that. It would probably take pitiful. Actually, look at this. Psyshock from Lady is super effective, but it only does 65 to 78. Good God, from Life of Latios. Did I calc anything wrong? That does so little damage. Good God, this thing is bulky. Drake only does 60 to 61 to 71.9. This thing is crazy. Holy crap! Like, so you support, you factor in it has regenerator. This is crazy. Let me actually make this regenerator. Okay, my computer is too slow. And how much? You probably don't do much back with Ice Beam, but like I said, this thing does not have to be the big damage dealer. This is a pivot. This gets up T-Spikes to support the rest of your team, and yeah, you only do some chip damage with Ice Beam. But we will I will pause it real quick, and I will see you with the next moveset. And it's gonna be a bit more offensive. I'm gonna actually think about if I can make this thing offensively kind of a threat. It's a bit weak, but we will see what we can do. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Okay guys, here we are with the second moveset for Toxapex. This might not be the most viable, but I'm trying out, let's call it heat. I don't know if you would call this heat. This is Modest Nature, offensive Toxapex with 248 in HP just to take hits from both sides decently. With that high defensive, that's not gonna be a problem. Max special attack, 4 in defense, 4 in speed def with regenerator. And item is choice specs. I did not mention this. Item is choice specs. This might be weird because I have toxic specs, but the plan is you can lead off with this maybe versus, let's say, a Mega Lopunny versus, let's say, okay, I would not lead off versus a Landorus because you're weak to Earthquake. What could you lead off versus as well? Okay, we are gonna go to Pokemon Showdown and look what we can lead off well versus and get up a T-Spike with this Mon. Let's see, we have Among Us in OU. You can lead off perfectly versus Among Us. You can even lead off versus Bishop. You are gonna eat a hit from Bishop. It's just a bit risky to go for T-Spikes. If they leave a Bishop, I guess you could Scald that, fishing for the burn. Or if you have a counter for Bishop in the back, maybe a bulky Charizard X, something like that, then you can maybe risk it to go for T-Spike turn 1, but that's probably not that smart. Yeah, you can basically get off a T-Spike versus a lot of stuff. Versus Heatran, versus Jirachi, unless you fear Hard Stamp. Versus Kelly, you get it off easily. Even versus Mega Metagross, I'm pretty sure you'll have a hit from Mega Metagross. Let's actually see. Keep in mind, this is offensive. You only have HP investment. And how much is Mega Metagross gonna do to you? Okay, Zen Headbutt. Zen Headbutt does not kill you. But the thing is, at the current OU metagame, in the current OU metagame, Metagross carries Thunder Punch. They don't carry Zen Headbutt. That's really rare. And Thunder Punch only does 52 to 62. It's not about, I'm not saying you should just stay in and let it take that hit, but you have the option, if you really want to get up a T-Spike, with this offensive set, even versus Mega Metagross, you can take a hit, get up the T-Spike, Regenerator out if you have another pivot, another switch in for Metagross. You can come back in later. But, so, the plan was, like I said, you get up a T-Spike. So now, the opponent's Pokemon are getting poisoned. That Pokemon that touch the ground. And now you have this max special attack set with Venoshock, Ice Beam and Scald. Sadly this thing does not get Hydro Pump, but the special attack is so bad that I guess with Scald you can still fish for burns. You don't have to go for Hydro Pump. But let's actually calc how much you can do. Let's say versus a Mega Lopunny. Let's say Lopunny is poisoned. Venoshock does 76 to 90% if you are modest choice specs and the Lopunny is poisoned. Okay, what else is this thing gonna... What else is there on the OUT that you might want to hit, that might want to switch in on this? Let's say Mega Sableye, that's a cool example. Okay, versus Mega Sableye you probably don't get up T-Spikes that easy. And Mega Sableye also resists Venoshock, so it's gonna do nothing. But a Scald does respectable damage. It does 30-ish, 28.9 to 34%. Yeah, like I said, this offensive set is really hard. I don't know if you are gonna be able to make it work, but let's do some more calcs, because this calc was actually a bad example. Let's do versus Keldeo. If Keldeo is poisoned, okay, I didn't make the Sableye poisoned. If the Keldeo is poisoned, it takes 67 to 79%. That's actually respectable damage. Yeah, in my opinion, the first set is way more viable, but this set is still some heat I might want to try out. Let's actually see versus Latios Ice Beam. You do 56 to 67%. Yeah, this thing is really not the biggest damage dealer, but I didn't really know what the second set to make. I think the first set is really viable, and I'm gonna go back to that. And talking about what tier is this Mon gonna be in. I think this mon has to be potential to be OU. We have to wait how the meta evolves, but I think it's gonna at least be UU. This thing is not bad at all. Like, these defensives are just so crazy. The HP is bad, but it doesn't matter. You have Regenerator, you have crazy defensive, you have decent defensive typing, you resist Fairy. Yeah, it's actually Calc versus Clefable. Because you are a poison type, you with a defensive set, I can tell you that much, you are not hitting Clefable hard. But this is a niche maybe from the offensive set. Clefable might get destroyed by this. I didn't calc this yet. Let's say Calm Clefable. Let's say worst case Calm Clefable. Because a lot of Clefables are bold these days. Like I said, we have to wait how the meta evolves. And let's say Clefable gets poisoned. Usually Clefable does not care about poison. But if Venoshock, the damage is doubled and Clefable takes 91.8 to 108.6%. So you have a 50% chance to OHKO a Clefable. You straight up OHKO that boy. And if you go for T-Spikes turn 1 like I explained earlier, they will not see it coming that your choice specs modest. You pivot out later, you don't reveal your set, they might think it's Clefable, I can just T-Wave this is not a threat, you're gonna Venoshock that thing and blow it back, it's gonna die, oh my god. This is actually cool. What other fairies are there that are important? Let's say Mega Gardevoir. I mean, Mega Gardevoir obviously kills you with actually, holy crap, I was about to say Mega Gardevoir kills you. Psyshock only does 71 to 83%. That's crazy! And I only have HP investment on this, not even defensive. Oh my god. And if the Gardevoir thinks it can switch in on you, like I said earlier, same example with Clef, you bluff that you are defensive by going for choice specs T-Spikes earlier in the game, and later you hit the Gardevoir up with a Venoshock. It does a clean 55 to 66 if the Gardevoir is not poisoned. If the Gardevoir comes in on T-Spikes, like I said, if T-Spikes are up, the Gardevoir is just gonna die. Holy crap. This, like, I actually was doubting this offensive set, but now that I look about this, it might be able to do some work. Venoshock does 109 to 130% to Mega Gardevoir. Okay. I might not have gone over everything, but this is just a quick idea I had. Some competitive moveset analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm really hyped for Sun and Moon, even though I'm a bit disappointed with some of the new stats from the mons, but this game is gonna be, holy crap, this game is gonna be fire. And leave a comment down below if you want to see more of these. You can also obviously give me a thumbs up, then I will see that you guys want to see more of these competitive moveset analysis. I was thinking I might do Magierna next. I like that mon a lot. Other than that, have a great day, guys. I will bring you more ulti this week. I will bring you more Shot on Live if I find the time. Dokkerich signing out. And this thing, don't sleep on this thing. It's decent. We will see this in UU or OU if you ask me. You can tell me in the comments, what tier do you think this is gonna be in? Do you agree with me? Do you think these sets are viable? And Dokkerich signing out. Peace!